Earlier today, I posted a video about the long-awaited patch notes that are, in theory, balancing the PvP of the game. There were some errors in that video, and also there was some missing content because they updated the patch notes after I published the video. So this is just a shorter video. I deleted the previous one, and this is just a shorter video sticking to the point. And the point is, how is Fury impacted by the new changes? So these are the official patch notes. We have a new stuff. And we get to the first important things for us: the directional attacks. Now, as a baseline, we have that we will have either nor both actually 3% of hit and 3% of critical when attacking an enemy from behind. This is something, it may look just a little, but it's something and we can make some use of it. Personally, I think it will not be enough, at least for what I was expecting. We will need to wait to see the interaction with all the other items, the earrings, and basically all the changes to the related to hit, evasion, and the directional attacks. But at least for now, it doesn't look too promising. It's not like daggers, for example, got a very huge boost of hit. They can get to like 500 extra hit with a combination of some skills and masteries, so it's not the same for us. If we scroll down, we get to... This is not actually the one, this is the stuff, and this is the one. What do we have here? We have some changes related to Fountain of Life when used as a DPS skill. Personally, I have never used that skill. In fact, I don't even have that mastery. Never in neither of my skill bars I have, in neither of my masteries loadout I have that mastery. Then we have the absolute barrier, which means this was one of the mistakes in the previous video. This doesn't mean the barriers, the fighting barrier or the valorous barrier or the blessed barrier. It means the shield, invincible wall, and this is an interesting boost because we are going to get extra evasion when we are going to have a specialization, and that if we pick that when we have the shield, we are going to have extra evasion and extra endurance. And this is good because it doesn't apply only to us, but if we pick the AoE version of the shield, it's going to apply to everyone in the party. So it's an extra evasion and endurance boost for everyone. Then we have Time of Retribution, which is actually time for punishment. It's not very clear what does it do, because it says to add 200 extra damage, but when attacking from the rear or the side. But Time for Punishment, which is the skill, doesn't have that. I mean, if we make this time for punishment, it doesn't deal any damage, and neither the specialization. So what does it really mean? I don't know. We will need to wait and see what does mean. Okay, this one is the shift heal, but changed to a DPS. And what this means is that when you use that skill, you are going to recover 10% of the mana if you are attacking from behind or from a side. As I said, for me, this is irrelevant because I don't use the offensive healing skills. Then we have an interesting one, which is the Vampiric Touch. Okay, Vampiric Touch, right now, the mastery says that the damage of the skill, the recovery from the skill from Vampiric Touch is switched to damage. Okay, so this 17.4% of damage is when using the skill, the mastery is going to become damage. Okay, what we know is that at least when you are not using the mastery, so just for healing benefits, it can become 27.4% if we are attacking from behind. What we don't know, and maybe a really interesting thing, is that if it also works with the mastery, because that will mean 27.4% of damage, and that's a lot. And then we have a nerf to Shift Healing, where basically, yes, the mana consumption is not going to increase by different iterations, by different use of the skill, but the recovery is lower. So we are going to have less healing overall. And we get to the Crossbow. The Crossbow got, let's say, a buff and many nerfs. Okay? The first one is this. This is for this skill. This skill right now this skill, if it was level 5, because mine is level 3, it's 21% of critical damage, and with that chain it becomes 24% when you are attacking from a side or behind. Then we have this skill. And what's this skill? This skill is Selfless Diffusion. And this is a huge boost for the Crossbow, because it means that for the duration of this skill, you will only use all the beneficial things of the directional attacks. This means that if you are attacking from behind, for example, if you are attacking from the front, you are going to have the benefits of the rear attacks. If I don't know if there is any other skill that benefit from attacking from the front. I think there are no skills related to front attacks. But if there was, and you are attacking from behind, you will get the benefit from as if you were attacking from the front. So, long story short, for the duration of self-less duration, you have all the benefits of whatever skills you are using in terms of directional attacks. And then we have a series of nerfs to movement speed, which I don't know why, but they are adding them. First one is this specialization of Nimble Leap. I'm not using it, so I don't care, but well, it's reducing the speed from 20 the movement speed from 20% to 15%. And then there are the nerf to this mastery, now becoming 8% if I recall correctly. Yes, 8%. This one becoming 2%. And also in the skills, Wing Snatcher now it's lowering from 50% to 30%. So that's a huge nerf. I don't know why they are nerfing that much the movement speed, but well, that's what we get. What else? Okay, there is nothing more related to Crossbow or to the one, except for something that was added after I published my previous videos, and is this one. The long expected Arcman nerf. What does it mean? It means that this skill is going to work only when you are using self-left diffusion. Okay. Is this a nerf? It depends. I will say for Fury it's not. For Scorpion it is. Why I think for Fury it's not? Because for Fury you want to always use this as an engaging tool. Meanwhile, for Scorpion, you mostly use it as a defensive tool. But for Fury, you want to use it because you want to have the sooner the possible the cooldown of your skills. That's why we use it as an offensive tool. At least I use that as an offensive tool. Meanwhile, Scorpions use this as a defensive tool, mostly also related to this specialization to get the extra mobility and extra evasion and extra movement and extra distance of nimble leap and extra health recovery for 1 second. So, in summary, I think Arcman is still the same for us, but Scorpion are going to be more squishy because they will need to use the self-left diffusion when they are engaging and not when they are trying to run away. That's it. Everything else is not related to the Fury class. So that's all for the video. Thanks for watching.